The Locator has received significant updates in version 4. The Locator, as you probably know, is a way to use, for example, a mobile phone that shows this block to navigate, for example, move among various displays or other objects in a presentation environment. Those may not have to be connected to any display or any other hardware. That can just be a physical location, like an object in an exhibit. So we have this location here that is just an exhibit showing an apple, and that has number 11. So if I would type in 11 here and play, that will give me a little video clip that I can play here on my phone, and it will give me a text here. There is also a language selection down at the bottom here, so I could switch over to another language. If I want to go to for the Swedish one, I could do that in this way. In the same way, you can navigate to a display, like we have the display sitting here, and if I would type in 12, it would go there. So this is all stuff that you have been able to do for quite some time. So let's look now at some of the new things that have been added to the Locator. If I open this one up, you could see that the top level is a stack, which is something you often use if you want to have this kind of buttons that are stuck to the bottom of the display layout, as you can see over here. The advantage with the stack is that, as you know, phones come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. Some have very large displays, some have smaller ones. But by using a stack block, this part that is this language selector here that is down at the bottom here, that is set to stick to the edge. So it will stick to the edge of the display regardless of whether it's a tall display or a smaller display. And this other remaining part here, which is set to fill the remainder, that will just scale to fit whatever space is left over there. Both the language selector down here and the remaining part are actually compositions here. So if I would go into this one, you can see it's a small composition down at the bottom where I have these language selection buttons, and they have been styled to appear just as like a white contour here around the flag, which is just an image. The same for the Locator itself. That's also composition, and I will soon show you the point in why I've done it that way. So we have the regular good old Locator sitting here. That's what we're seeing over here. So if I would select that one now, you can see that there are a number of enhancements here. And one of them is this ability to hide the numeric keypad, and that is why I put it in a composition, because you can see there are more things in this composition. You can't see them right now because they are under the numeric keypad, but if I hide the numeric keypad, you can see here we have these buttons and we have the text. So you can use the Locator now in ways, in addition to just typing in a number, you can use it in a number of interesting ways. And one of those ways is to present a navigation menu instead of a keypad. So if you have a room where you have a number of objects and it's sort of obvious what these objects are, and you don't need to put a number on them, like in this case it's an apple and a banana and a book, then you can instead present a menu, and this menu now will do exactly the same thing as we did using the keypad, and the keypad uses these location IDs. But when you are programming this using buttons, you can use the name of the spot you are locating instead. So instead of going to number 11, I will go to the spot named Apple, which makes sense when you're programming a button, since this number is really just to make it more convenient to type something on a numeric keypad. But now we're hiding the numeric keypad, so we don't really need that. So then if we look at this Apple button here, what it does as its action is that it will locate the spot named Apple. So now pressing this button here will do exactly the same as me keying in number 11 earlier. So if I just press this one, you can see we end up in the same spot, literally speaking, and I can play this video, and I can switch languages. So it works in exactly the same way as it did previously when I typed in number 11. The same if I were to, let's just bring this one up here, the same if I would go to the banana spot, which if we look over here, the banana spot is this one, number 12 here. And if I would go there, let's look at how that button is programmed. You can see it's programmed in the same way. So this one goes to the local Chrome, which is essentially this test window I have here, and the block playing there is called guide sync because it's a block showing synchronized audio playback. So if I now would go there, just bring this one up first, I go here, you can see we get some text that is related to that, and then we also get the video playing here and the audio playing on the phone here.